Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the first of what I hope to be many Own Your Talk live confident communication lessons. I'm very excited to be here, and I'm excited to work with all of you to help you become confident, creative, inspired communicators. I've been wanting to do something like this for some time. This is going to be a little different a format than the one that is my Own Your Story, which is the online writing workshop. This is still about communication because I always love communication of any sort. However, it's going to be more about how we can present ourselves in meetings, in interviews, in presentations, in personal relationships. How do we communicate? So there are three main things I want to say. First, this is going to be shorter. Actually, four things. This is going to be shorter than my usual videos. But I do want to say three specific things. One, I was reading Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And I know for many people it's been a life-changing book. For me, it made me go, And here's why. As part of the book, he says, there's a secret to all of this. And I'm not going to tell you what it is. In fact, if you're not someone who guesses the secret or who understands the secret by reading this book, then you're not ready to hear the secret. And I went, wait a minute, sometimes we need a little bit more help. Sometimes we need a sentence, someone to say one small thing, and everything explodes inside us because we suddenly get it. So instead of being like Napoleon Hill and going, well, if you don't understand it, then you're not ready to understand it, I'm going to do my darndest to give you every single thing I know to help you learn how to be a confident communicator, both for presenting and also for perceiving. So I needed to say that. Then I wanted to say that I believe communication in all forms is our birthright. And what do I mean by that? What is the very first thing we do when we're born? We make sound. We communicate. Whatever is going on in our lives, we state it unequivocally, right? Here I am, world. And that's kind of what this is about for me. It's communication. And my dog just came in, so he's communicating also. Hi, Mommy, I love you. Anyway, so what I really want to say about this is that I want you all to know that for me, when I talk about communication, whether it's through writing, speaking, or singing, or artistic expression, or business communication, it doesn't matter. What's important to me is that it comes from within us and it is expressed. And when we do this, when we're first born, we do one major thing before we actually express ourselves, and that is we breathe. So without breath, communication isn't going to happen. Without breath, you can't listen, and without breath, you can't speak. So I want you all to think about breath as the cornerstone, the primary thing you need to do in order to communicate. And now I'm going to teach you how to breathe. I know that you all know how to do it. You do it all the time, every day. But in order to participate in communication, in order to have it so that your body is primed and ready to communicate, you need to breathe a certain way. You need to breathe in such a way that you allow yourself the flexibility to open up all of your speaking resonators and all of the cavities in your body to help be part of the creation of sound. So when you breathe, in order to support all of that creation of sound in your throat and in the rest of your body, we're going to talk a lot more about that in future lessons. You need to breathe from down in your belly. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to, if you're sitting, great. If you're standing, great. I want you to sit with a nice straight back or stand with a nice straight back. And we're going to talk about proper stance next time. But for now, we're going to do breath because as a baby, you're not standing yet. So when you're a newborn, you're lying, you're breathing, and you're screaming. I don't need you to scream tonight. However, I do want you to know breathing is of utmost importance. So take a nice deep breath in and see if you can keep your shoulders down and relaxed while you're inhaling. And then exhale. And what you'll notice, if your shoulders ride up, you're only actually getting up into this part of your lungs, and instead you want to be filling up the whole lung. So if you're filling up the whole lungs, the entire lungs, you're going to notice that your belly wants to come out on the inhalation like a balloon being filled. And if you're exhaling, the belly should be contracting like a balloon deflating. And below, for those of you who don't know how this breathing apparatus works, below the lungs is a little muscle that looks like this. It's called the diaphragm. And when the lungs expand on an inhalation, the diaphragm flattens. And when the lungs contract, the diaphragm goes back into its regular shape. So this kind of thing is happening. So you inhale and you exhale. And you inhale and you exhale. And why we want to be doing this, why you might want to be trying this with me, is that when you are inhaling and the diaphragm is flattening, that is pushing all the organs down and out, which is what expands your belly, and then it comes back. So I want you to think about that, and that is your first lesson in communication, and will get you to the point where you own your talk. I hope you join me next Thursday. I'm going to be here probably every Thursday for the foreseeable future, and I'm going to be helping you learn how to own your talk. Good night. I love you all. Bye.